Well, I'm going to spring it on the man, Stirling Moss, F1 legend, supposedly retired. He's got his bus pass, incidentally, and he uses it. But I hear there's a bit of a comeback on the castle, and that you actually plan a career in the very near future as one of these pace car drivers that goes out following an incident in a Formula One or Indy race.
I would very much like to drive the pace car, because I thought in the Argentinian Grand Prix, which I'm sure some of our viewers must have seen, that the speed the pace car took them around at was ridiculous. I mean, it's annoying even in cars like I drive, the old historic cars, to go that slowly. They don't like it. And with the modern car, of course, the tyres go off, which didn't happen with me. I mean, my tyres, we want to keep cool. But the tyres go off, the suspensions settle, and the cars become quite difficult. I mean, really quite difficult. And it could have been contributing to Senna's accident, you know, because there'd been the pace car just before that.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's very dangerous.
I heard that in Buenos Aires it was a woman actually driving the pace car.
Apparently a very good-looking woman, and that's maybe why she got the job.
Yeah. In fact, just to digress for a moment, when I was in Buenos Aires last year, I couldn't help but think that by and large they were probably the most beautiful bunch of women I've ever seen anywhere in the world.
You didn't get to Chile then?
No, Chile.
Oh, Chile's not bad.
Really?
Well, I mean, it depends, you know, but I must say...
Let's forget about motorsport. Let's forget about cars. Let's talk about more important subjects.
No, but I've always thought, well, that's what motor racing was all about.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, really, but...
Right. So you reckon that you can beat Buenos Aires, and that's Chile? That's where I'm going.
No, I think, I must say Buenos Aires is pretty good too. Down
phenomenal.
Florida and so on, yes.
Oh.
Yes, beautiful derrieres.
Oh.
There
it was, well, I better not tell you.
No,
the wife might be watching.
Not, exactly.
But women in motorsport, I mean, it's a subject that Briatore, the boss of Benetton, of course, is always trying to bring a bit of glamour to the pit lane.
Yeah.
I saw a stunning-looking lady being photographed with I think one of the Jordans, one of the Benson Hedges Jordans cars. I mean, why not more of it? I mean, let's not. Come on, we're getting too politically correct, aren't we? You know, it's predominantly a male sport.
Yes.
I don't have any objection. I am not offended when I see blokes, semi-naked blokes. There's that advert on the TV, you know, where the guy comes in and takes his shirt off and drinks a cold can of drink, and all the secretaries lust after him. If it's all right for the girls to do that with the blokes, why can't it be the other way around? I don't understand it.
Well, I must say, I really think that motor racing does need a female attraction around.
Yeah.
I also feel there are some ladies who are not necessarily competent to do Formula One, but certainly competent to do the lower echelons of racing. And in fact, we do see them. But racing, the thing you've got to remember, we've come forward a long way, because in the earlier days, in fact, when I was racing, women were not allowed in the pits at all at Indy.
You're joking.
I mean, no, I'm not. They were not allowed. There was no crumpet in the pits at all. Now, I don't even think the wives of drivers were allowed in there. I mean, it was like that bad, seriously.
And what was the reason for that?
I don't know. I really don't know why it was. Because over here, girls and wives and what have you do a tremendous service. They take the lap
I'm sure they
times and
do.
all that sort of thing. No, but you've got to keep the thing running nice and smoothly.
Keep the boys happy
Yes,
back in the garage.
Exactly.
No, but seriously, I mean, if your wife is there and she's and she's a calming influence on you, and it makes you feel more comfortable, yeah, why not? It's maybe
well, in Indy, certainly they could not. That I can assure you.
Right.
There are no women there in the pits at all.
Now, you suggest there that you don't think, I'm not sure you actually went as far as saying this, but you hesitated when it came to the prospect of women actually driving Formula One cars.
Oh, I think if a woman is good enough to do it, I think certainly she should.
But is she? Is there anybody?
I reckon there could be.
Yeah.
I mean, there had been that Lynn St. John, for instance, at Indianapolis, who qualified faster than Nigel, if you remember.
I also saw cause a huge accident a year or so ago, which I think ended the career of Danny Sullivan or somebody.
Really?
That seemed like it was her fault, but
yes,
not
but
that we're passing judgment.
Yeah, but listen, we've seen a lot of fairly high up Formula One drivers cause accidents too.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, Eddie, who drove so well, for instance, in Argentina, no doubt he did a terrific race. Eddie Irvine, yeah, and he did a great race in Argentina, I must say. He really did. He deserved to be second, and so on. But we've seen him do some pretty stupid things before now.
Sure. Do you think that there is any physical drawback, for want of a better word, for a woman in driving a Formula One car?
No, I
mean,
think
has she
a
got
woman,
the strength to do it?
of
the
course,
stamina?
a woman can have the stamina, the strength. I think the one thing probably that is most difficult for them is the mental strength of the strain, the mental strain rather than the physical.
Of course, a lot of women would argue they're stronger than blokes in that department.
No, I think women can stand pain better than men.
Really?
Oh yes, I do. I think
is this
women.
personal experience you're talking from, still?
Well, you know how it is. There's more. But no, I have a great respect for women. Actually, I must say.
Me too.
After all, I'm
I love them.
on my third marriage, so I've learned a bit.
I mean, I think they're strong enough. I mean, my wife's built like one of those Russian shot putters. You know, she looks like an East European hammer thrower. She'd be, not sure she'd get her fat ass in the car, but she'd certainly be able to drive it. She's got the strength to do it.
Yeah, but has she? It's the mental thing. I think really when the chips are really down, I think the mental strain is enormous. Actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Now I'd go the other way. I'd say that when the chips are down, and you know the strain. I actually find the women are stronger when the chips are down. I'd rather be stranded on a desert island with a woman than a man.
Oh, so would I. But we're not talking about that. What about concentration?
That one, didn't I?
Can women concentrate as well as men? I don't know, because that's a very important thing in racing. And I just don't know. I mean, I'm not really qualified to say, but I would have thought that there must be something which is more mental and physical, like concentration or something, because I think women certainly have the ability to drive. My sister was a terrific driver.
Of course.
Still is, I hope.
And Pat Moss, a famous rally driver. I think also a truck driver as well.
She also, yes, she does drive a truck. She drives, well, a
do
truck.
my research,
She wouldn't like to call a truck. It's a horse box, really. But yes, no, but yes, she's very
it's
competent.
an HGV. It's
Yes,
not.
exactly.
It's not.
Oh no, sure.
It's not a Ford Anglia
But you
with
see,
a
driving an
one horse on the back.
HGV requires a certain skill.
Yes.
It doesn't require any brawn.
Right.
You know, I mean, because now they're so beautiful to drive these
Sure.
trucks.
Yeah.